Tan hermosa frontera latina, ta, 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 ta. Soy el fuego que arde tu piel, soy el agua que mata tu sed, el castillo, el torre yo soy, la espada que guarda el cuaral, tú el aire que respiro yo, la luz de la luna en el mar, la garganta que ansía mojar, que tema ahogar de amor. ¿Y cuáles deseos me vas a dar? Yo no sé las palabras. Antes is before. Después is after. No sé las palabras después de la línea en el pasado. Pero regresamos al... Yo, does anybody here speak freaking Spanish? Because I don't know how to say Instagram Live in Spanish and it's driving me freaking insane. Sondere, bienvenidos al... See, I can't even say la freaking live because I don't know what the heck the live is. I can't be like, al the live. Bienvenidos al the live delicioso. Like, no, that's weird. Can't do that. Estamos aquí con Sondere. Hablando sobre arte y, y cosplay y sexualidad. It's like, what is he saying? Okay. We were speaking in the language of our ancestors. Well, not my ancestors, of course, but somebody's ancestors. There's somebody's freaking ancestors. We wouldn't be here without the Spanish coming over to America and make it all cozy and gentrified and stuff. We are the benefactors of 600-year-old gentrification. Despite all the craziness that came from it, it's not that bad. It turned out quite well if you disregard certain incredible inconveniences and horrors of world history. We're back with sound. Am I at work? No, I'm not at work. I'm in a freaking basement. This is the dungeon. You've never been here? No, we don't need to hear you. How is that creepy? Oh, man. Welcome. We're here for eating all the food in the freaking house. Y'all got questions for Pop Sule? Give them to him. Because the man knows things. I love it when artists know things. Welcome back.
Hey.
Snap.
What I miss?
I was speaking in Spanish to the people, and I always forget that the people don't speak Spanish because, like, I don't have nobody to talk Spanish to anymore, so I just be talking to myself in Spanish, or, like, to my cat. And so every now and then they'll catch me speaking it, and they'll be like, hey, fam, what are you? And so they'll think I'm, like, Dominican or Honduran or something.
Oh, that's the stuff.
Speaking Spanish, like even in freaking New York, which is crazy. The concept being able to go to New York City and then catch trains to Connecticut is the craziest thing in the freaking world.
Oh man. In Spanish, the whole thing has to be done in Spanish.
I mean,
I mean.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Aprende en Texas y practicaba en la Argentina mismo. Yo necesitamos tener un live totalmente en español.
Are we all just gonna start speaking random languages? Okay. Yen, bailen señora. Yin wolof rek la ñuy làkk fii de amul ay espagnol wala ay français yooyu de wolof rek la ñuy làkk yéen def leen ndànk de.
It's all fun and games till we start switching up in the languages we all know.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
And it's like, yeah. Yes, we shall return when more information is had.
Subtitles. Somebody pull out the subtitles. Yo, they should do that. Yo, live should have subtitles for real.
That would be they probably already have the technology to do it.
I'm sure.
Because they be having the auto subtitles and on YouTube, which like I want to figure out how to break into the YouTube space without selling out to the white man. And I think the only way to do it is like by either A, pandering to black women, or B, by dropping mad philosophy on people and just having a whole bunch of deep conversations on there.
Yeah, that's what you gotta do. You gotta get your message out. Yo, shout out to Between Magic and Dreams, yo. I was on a podcast with them on Onyx Con, and they're like podcast. Or yeah, I guess it was kind of like this. Yeah, his new novel is dope. I'm gonna get it.
Oh snap! I didn't know they had a podcast. Might have to have
Not
a
a podcast, but
conversation with
like
them.
they were on the live. I mean.
Wow.
Yes.
Yeah, live might be a move with them. Because again, the dopest thing about lives is that like these are podcast episodes. They're just live streamed as they're being recorded.
Right. Exactly.
And yeah, it's a cool thing to exist in right now.
Yeah. Most def.
We live in
Honestly, I want to start getting into the live thing. This is like the third live I've done ever.
It's fun, bro, because you get to talk to your people, and that way when you have people on, your people become other people's people, and then they like get to know each other and stuff. It's cool.
What is the Clubhouse app thing? What's that?
So Clubhouse, do you have an Apple, like an iPhone?
Yeah, I do.
All right, so I'm going to give you an invite to Clubhouse. Clubhouse is this app where
I know
have, like,
Clubhouse. Yes, I know it. I haven't been invited yet.
Yeah, I'm gonna slide you my invite, bro, because I got 4 invites and I don't have nobody to send them to.
Oh, word.
Yeah.
I'm about that. Let's do it. Let's start a gang, dude. Let's almost a 30 gang. You got me thinking we should start a gang. Start a gang on Clubhouse.
Because I've heard stories about Clubhouse. Actually, no. I went into one room. And this girl was going in on her life experiences and confessing to mad craziness that had occurred. She was talking about how she systematically finesses dudes out of all they bread and doesn't feel bad for it.
Oh, dang.
Let us take notes so we can recognize the enemy when the time comes.
Yo, that's amazing. Hey, man. I got this friend. His name is Jean-Jacques. Yo, he's amazing. The way he talks about it, he's like, there's something you can learn from that, though, that finesse. There's something you can learn from that and then, like, use it. You know what I mean? Because, he was always, like, looking up, like, serial killers and, like, how much they're so good at plotting. They plot so well about, like, becoming famous and for killing, mass murder. Like, this is, like, they, like, eat, sleep that stuff. You know what I mean? Like, and if you read about them, you'll learn how to eat, sleep, whatever you want. You know what I mean?
Yes.
You'll become amazing at whatever you want to be based on this magical mass murdering formula.
Well, yes, because it's like Ben Franklin has the philosophy of getting people to like you. And what you do is you ask them to do favors for you. And once somebody does a favor for you, they're invested in you. And so they like you more.
This is true.
And there's other tricks like that exist. It's like the science of charisma, basically. And it's rooted in the concept of attention is value. And once your attention has value, or you understand the value of attention, you can leverage that to do things. And on the most innocent level, that's what marketing is. We as artists use our abilities and our skills in order to develop relationships with people and do stuff. But like on the worst side, that's where you get like serial killers and like high-level criminals that can do things that they would normally never do in their lives.
Exactly, because they invest all that time into like one thing, man.
Yep.
Like,
they can't draw, but they can talk.
They can really talk you, man. They talk you into the most messed up shit. Was that Marilyn Manson? Was that the guy? His name?
Yep.
Marilyn Manson that talked all those kids doing that crazy thing.
Yeah, bro. His story's so crazy. Like,
It's
you know
insane.
the Aryan Brotherhood, right?
No, I don't know them. What is that?
The Aryan Brotherhood is it's like the biggest like white prison gang in the country. And they
Lord.
Yeah. And so Marilyn Manson ended up, they're basically like the prison version of like bikers, like the Hells Angels. And so
oh man,
he joined the Aryan Brotherhood and he had his woman like followers, like his girlfriends basically. He had them sneak butcher knives into the prisons. And so the Aryan Brotherhood was in prison armed with like butcher knives.
Oh my God. This dude. See, man. This is what I'm talking about. How do you get all those people?
Yeah.
How did he get him to do that?
I don't know how the heck these people hit. And the worst part is they'd be like, yeah, I just boofed the freaking buck knife. And I don't understand how you can hide something like a freaking butcher knife inside of you and you can still walk with a 7-inch blade. Something is wrong.
That's insane, dude. That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna begin to imagine how.
I think they put it to the shadow realm and then they pulled it back out.
Right. They used Hermione's little bag that she just, that little bag she has. Just endless infinity bag.
That's what they did. They used a little bit of witchcraft. That's it. They got.
Oh my God! Literally, white supremacy at its finest. If we're gonna talk about whiteness, that is literally how whiteness works. Honestly, it is like this infinity bag that you can just like stuff random shit into, and you do not know what is gonna happen. You're just like, oh yeah, this is what whiteness is. And it's just like, whoop, there it goes. It's gone now. Whatever you say just keeps falling down further.
Yep,
it's like impossible to because it's binary and all that.
Oh, indeed. Because like the craziest thing is like now having friends who are black but are white passing, but were raised among white people and thus like were effectively raised as white people until they learn they were black. Because they'll use their white privilege and then they'll go be black. But they'll know not to use their blackness when it's not convenient. And it's
this
crazy.
Is true.
It's like a shapeshifter.
Yes, exactly, dude. It's so messed up. It is a shape-shifting, yo. It's serious shape-shifting. And that's what like whiteness like does. It just like turns everybody into shapeshifters and like, and they're only shifting in one direction.
Exactly. But cultural acclimation is the same thing because like I've been in situations where my ability to pull off a West African accent has saved my life.
Let me hear it. Let me hear it. I want to hear this accent, yo.
Snap. I've outed myself. Okay, so there are levels to it. The first level is like this, which is not too bad, but then the higher it goes up, you say "tin" like this, and then it gets so heavy that you don't know what you are saying if you're not from the place. And that's the problem. Is that the thicker
that was good. That was good.
Thank you, bro.
That was good.
But the thicker it gets, the more scared I've noticed. I scare like white people when
let me tell you something. You can't stop. When you start, you can't stop. You keep going, and your accent just keep getting thicker. You don't know what you're even saying yourself. It's so hard. And then when you have to stop, or else you're just gonna keep going.
Oh, exactly. Because it's fun. It's fun.
Yeah, it is.
Use consonants.
Yo. Honestly, I've been really trying to get like South African, like, it's really hard, yo. I've really been trying it.
I feel like if you mix the British and a little bit of, if you have British, a little bit of bass, and a little bit of African, I think you got it.
You got it. I'm going to practice.
I'm unfortunately incapable of such things because I don't even listen to enough British people to talk like them.
Yeah, British people are hard to talk. I can do like one thing like British because I watched the Crown.
Yeah.
There was this one part when he was like, "You've never heard of what's I don't remember Leonard Manson, uptown girl living in an uptown world." Uptown girl. That's like the best I can do. After that, it just sounds like I'm like got something in my mouth or like got like cotton in my mouth or something.
I want to know how the heck these people invented a freaking language where they don't obey the rules of the written language that they invented.
I don't know, man. That's like most languages are real.
This is true.
Except for not unwritten languages, they just don't follow any rules.
These are facts.
It's like it's written however it sounds, man. Just write it down.
Yep, that's it. I think that's it. I think these people develop languages purely to write them, and the spoken language just grows into being something completely different.
Exactly.
which is why Chinese and Japanese confuse the mess out of me. Because I don't know how the heck you look at a freaking lion and you're like, yeah, that means ouch.
No, it's incredible, man. That shit is like, it's like a really great art form for real. Like when you like bring it down to like a comprehensible level, when you're like thinking about manga and stuff and how they use it and how it just becomes like a drawing or like, you know, like graffiti or something like that. You're like, dang, you know, and but it's still written, you know. It's not just lines. It has like, it's like leveled up even further, you know, abstracted even further. It's sick.
The art of calligraphy, like there's a martial art called Shoto. Is it Shotokan? I think it's Shotokan. I think no, Kyokushin. There we go. The kanji for Kyokushin karate was made to look like a sword in a sheath, and so they abstracted the characters so that it looks like a sword in a sheath.
That's sick.
Yeah.
And it like literally means that.
Yes. Well, not
that's amazing.
Literally,
but not literally, but yeah.
Yeah, but they it's crazy. But yeah, it doesn't. The way that it's written is a logo. Like their actual letter is designed the same way that a logo is designed.
That's sick.
Yeah.
I think like what's cool about like written languages like that. I don't know if it's the same in like Mandarin and Chinese, but in Japanese, like you can like. Oh, cool. I wish I could do that with English. English, you can't really do that. And it can be like two meanings, but then if you combine them, it makes a new meaning. Like, English, you can't do that. You can't be like pineapple heel. What does that even mean? You know what I mean? But that could mean something amazing. You know what I mean? Like,
that's why we copyright things. That's why everything that's like clothes or everything that's an invention is misspelled. Because you give it meaning when you invent it.
This is true. You can change the meaning a little bit. That's sick. That's true.
Yeah, because I don't know what the heck Google is, but Google is worth a lot of money. I wouldn't be alive without Google, so it works out.
Google.
Yeah, or like Instagram. Instagram isn't a word, but Insta means something. And
Gram means something. Gram. That's true. That's true.
Science.
There is a science to this. YouTube. Oh my God, we're just gonna keep going. Okay.
That's the fun of it. So it's the same thing. It's just, I think it's also a matter of culture. Because like in Japan, a lot of things are official. Whereas in America, we have a strong distinction between formal things and like whatever the opposite of formal is. Casual. There we are. Yeah, formal things and casual things, and those exist in two different ones. Whereas Japanese culture is formal, and so a lot of their rules are formal as well.
And they've lived longer than we have. We're pretty. America's a pretty baby country,
facts.
baby
I was
language.
playing Ghost of Tsushima and realized that. Yeah, Ghost of Tsushima is. That game has taught me so much about life in the open world, not even in the story. Just like,
what game is that? I haven't played games in a minute.
Ghost of Tsushima. You ever play Assassin's Creed?
Yes, I have.
If Assassin's Creed was about a ninja that is a samurai, it would be Ghost of Tsushima.
Oh, dang. That sounds good.
It's amazing. The only thing that it doesn't have, like the only thing that would make it better is if they had like densely populated like Japanese cities.
That would be sick. I'm gonna look it up just to watch some gameplay of it.
Yeah, it's great, and you can do so much. And their combat system is like actually sword fighting, because you can either make the first move or wait for your opponent to make the first move. But if your opponent makes the first move, they could bluff you and attack you. And if you make the first move, you can't bluff. So it's this beautiful waiting game when you're playing it.
Dang. That sounds sick.
Yeah. And then there's like the first duel, like they have these sword duels, and they're all beautiful. It looks like something out of like Kurosawa movie. And the first duel, you learn how to do this move called the Heavenly Strike, where you like blast past somebody and slash their stomach. And so when you splash past them, you're like, your sword is out because you just like struck somebody. and then there's a pause, and there's a breath, and your character like breathes out, but there's still pause because the person has been shot, and then lightning strikes your opponent and they fall down.
Oh man, that's like a transformation of like the typical sword slash when like it pauses and then it goes boom. But this is like that sounds sicker.
Yes, and that happens. Craziest thing about being a martial artist is that everything that happens in anime happens in real life.
For real? Uh-oh.
Yes.
Uh-oh.
Especially when you fight masters, because masters be doing stuff that no human, like my master one time, I fought my master one time, and this man
It sounds so sad.
well, cause
I fought my master one time.
well, yes, because
and he beat me up.
I mean, yeah. He better, that's his job.
Yeah, right.
If I can beat the master, they deserve to get a demotion.
No, true.
With this man, he told me to hit him. So I like went to hit him super slow. He was like, no, hit me. So I was like, okay. And like my hands move kind of fast. So I got him. He was like, good job again. I was like, oh snap. And so I went for it again. And this man parried my hand, dropped it to the ground. So I came with another attack and he blocked that one too. So then he had both of my hands like crossed. And so he pushed my hands down and he started smacking me with one hand as my hands were pinned. And I started like Muhammad Ali, rope-a-doping, like Floyd Mayweather, getting away from him. And he's holding both of my hands in a yin jiao, which is like 3-finger eagle grip. And so
oh my God.
I'm getting away from him, but he has my arms, so I can't move. But luckily, I can lean my back. And what this man does, he takes his 3 fingers as he's holding both of my hands with freaking 3 fingers, and he pulls me into range so I can't dip. And he just starts milly rocking all over my face.
I think imagining this is way better than actually being there and seeing it. But I think I would have enjoyed seeing that. Would have been real crazy, yo. That sounds amazing.
It's always fun.
That reminds me like of times like with my older brother, like if I were like, you know, because he did like a little bit of karate, you know, and he watched a lot of Bruce Lee films and he was like really excited about it. So when we were younger, he'd be like, I got these little brothers. Let's see what they want to do. And you know, you could just never be as fast as he was. So he would just like what's this? You know what I mean? Like, what's that? Like, oh God, this is so frustrating. You know? Dang, no. I've always wanted to do martial arts though, man. I did capoeira for a little bit. That was fun. And tricking. I honestly have one of my friends here who does tricking. Steezy tricking, yo, he's sick. Dude can do a double cork. It's amazing.
Good God.
Yeah, sick.
Nap.
Yeah,
I can't even do a cheat gainer. This man's popping off double corks. That's
yeah, man.
Beautiful.
Yeah, dude. I actually like tricking a lot. It was sick. I got to do it like I went to I did it like a cork, one cork, and I landed it first try, right? Then like one day I was fasting, you know, like during Ramadan, and I was like, man, I want to try that cork again one time. Man, I did that cork, man. I landed right on my shoulder, man. I was done. I was like, I'm done. It's over. I quit, man. I'm done. I'm good.
The fun of tricking, much like capoeira, is when the movement is so great that you move automatically and don't get dizzy.
Yeah, right. Exactly. It almost feels like you don't do anything. It feels like you did nothing. But then when you look at the video, you're like, yo, whoa.
I did a lot of things.
Yeah, what was that? Is that really what I did?
Yeah. Like in capoeira is like one of those arts where the bigger your library is, the more options you have, and you realize how much you can do and how much you're capable of.
Right, exactly. Yeah. It's all about combinations, you know. The more combos you get, the better like you're able to sort of navigate through other capoeiras. You know, those other people also capoeiraing around you.
Yeah, because moving to do combinations and challenge yourself and moving to play. And the concept of the thing that makes capoeira so unique is the concept of like the jodo or the hodo rather, where like you don't know the intentions of the person you're in the circle with if you don't know
Right,
them. So they
exactly.
could be like just popping off backflips to impress people, or they could be trying to take your head off, and you don't know until they do something.
No, it's dope. Because it's like a dance too. You know, you're dancing with the other person. You're like reacting to the other person. They're reacting to you. It's flowy. I like it. It's a good flow.
Indeed.
Uh,
Like when they do something and you happen to cartwheel over the kick perfectly, or you
yeah, and it's
happen
like,
to duck something without realizing you
yeah.
ducked it, or y'all hit the armadas at the same time and your
Mm,
legs overlap as you're spinning. Nothing
yo,
better.
those are the moments when you just your mouth drops. You just, oh, we
Are
did
you
it.
doing this?
We did it, man.
Yeah. And other times there can be I always get beat up by masters now that I think about it. There was one master where it was my birthday, and so I like had played with two of his students, and I popped off a backflip, and I guess that was a sign of disrespect because I
Oh
backflipped
no.
over him because I backflip really far because I don't get too high when I do backflip,
True,
and
true,
so
true.
the master taps in, and we like hop in, and then he tripped me. And then after he tripped me, he kicked me while I was on the ground.
He was like, "You're gonna remember this one. Remember your place." No, no.
Yeah, but it's fun. It's like I imagine that's what b-boys feel like they're doing.
Yeah, true, 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 true. Damn, people, I tried that, dude. I think I did like windmill, and then I was like, ay, ay, ay,
Yeah,
ay, ay.
that's a whole
Then
lot.
everything else after that is just like impossible.
Yeah,
You can at least do a windmill, but after that, dude, like I forgot what the other ones are called. The one when you like,
flares, air
when
flares.
yeah, when you open, you're like basically backwards, and you're like
Yeah,
spinning on your arms.
yep, that's a whole lot for
Oh,
doing. Not doing that.
that's like break your shoulder blades. And I don't even know you can
Yes.
break your shoulder blades, but like that, if you could, that's how you would do it.
Anytime I want to feel useless, despite all this freaking training that I'm doing and lifting cinder blocks over my head and stuff, I just watch these freaking skinny Koreans do air. They'll do air flares, and then they'll pop off of one leg, do a whole 360 spin, and keep doing air flares.
Oh my god,
Yeah,
I can't.
I'm good off that. They can keep that.
Yeah, y'all can have that. Y'all can have that. That's yours.
Yep. I don't need it. Black people have made a lot of things. Y'all can have that one.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Yeah, that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
Yeah,
Nah,
but it is cool to see how stuff spreads like across the
no,
world.
totally. And the influence, I think influence is really important because then, they'll pop off with some crazy thing. You're like, what? Okay, like that then. Okay. Well, okay, let me try it this way. And then you do a new thing, and it just keeps going, man. And then like the next person does the next crazy thing, and it's like, it's such a great way to talk without saying anything. You know what I mean? Like, it's the best way to communicate.
Yeah, that expression. Like, it took probably until this year, maybe the end of, no, it was definitely this year. It's like last month where I realized like the Bruce Lee's concept of Jeet Kune Do as like expressing yourself physically. Because I realized that like as much as I like art, as much as I like conversation and stuff, if I want it to be known who I am through like expression, the only way to do that probably is like through martial arts. Because nobody can look at one picture of mine and know like me. But if they see me like move with the sword, they'll know what's up.
Oh, that's true. As soon as I saw you with the sword, I was like, pay attention. Pay attention. Wait, what was it? Oh, you ever play Clash of Ninja?
No, what's that?
It's Naruto Clash of Ninja.
Oh yeah.
You remember a guy when he would like hit you, he'd be like, "Pay attention!" He would like knock you out. I remember random shit like that. Like, I'm never gonna forget his voice like that. I was like,
that's the stuff we need, and that's the stuff that I miss about like not having so much access to like content. Is that like the song for Dragon Ball Budokai Tenkaichi 3, or like the songs from the Sonic games are like burned in, or like the Wii.
Oh my god, the songs from
they're
the Sonic
burnt into
game,
my
those
head.
were so good. That's
Yes.
so true. Wait,
yes.
can I remember it? Oh, I can't remember it. I'm not even gonna try it. I'm gonna embarrass myself. Dude, I'm actually like getting a feeling of it right now. I'm like getting a little excited thinking about what it sounded like. I'm gonna look that shit up later.
Because if you hear like the speed of sound, like
see the sound,
yes, you think of like running through like the highway and there's cars exploding behind you and stuff. Like all of that comes back.
I'm literally a child right now. I'm a child right now, man. Oh my god, that game is so sick. The soundtrack was the best.
Yep, but now if I'm playing a game, I'm listening to a podcast, checking Instagram, and trying to stay alive at the same time. And in hindsight, all that multitasking ain't necessary.
This is right. This is right. It's truth. Dang, yo, that song, yo. Oh my god. Dude, I have like Hunter x Hunter's intro in my playlist, so it'll come on like randomly one time, and I'm just like, I just have like this moment of pause, and I just like get into the mood. I'm literally like dancing in the street, like it's crazy.
As you should. I don't even like Evangelion, but the theme song slaps. And so whenever I hear like those first 5 seconds, like the slow version that builds up, and then like the
that's so true, you. Oh man. Yeah, I vibe to that.
All that is needed.
Yeah, it is. It is. Those like you forget that that's music though. Like you can listen to it. You know what I mean? Like you can go and download like that's good.
Yeah, it's like how we forget that like sometimes there's so much comic art that I wish I could put on clothes, or like that I wish I could like have his posters. Like there's a cover for like Spawn where Spawn is an angel, or there's pages in Spawn where like he hangs the Ku Klux Klan. And those are images that I just want, but I can't legally do that. And so
that's crazy.
Yeah, like there's so much art that we're surrounded by, and in a weird way, ownership is the thing that stops us from experiencing it freely. But it's necessary because everybody can't be trusted with access.
Yeah, this is true. Can't be trusted.
Yeah.
Man, I really want that Sonic song. That shit is stuck in my head now.
Yo, you type in the Sonic Adventure 2 opening song, I think it'll come up.
Oh, man.
But yeah, it's good.
I'm going to get goosebumps from that, dude. I swear.
That's how I felt when I played, anytime like I watch a Dragon Ball movie, like I never watched Dragon Ball like episodes straight, but I always experienced it through video games. So if I ever hear like the Hala Heishala song, or like if I hear somebody's theme song, my subconscious will be like, this slaps, but I don't know what.
Oh, that's how it goes though. Certain songs are like triggers, man. They start playing and you're like
yep.
You pop off.
Yeah, because I never had anime when I was growing up. So like all the anime I experienced was either through manga or through like online anime websites. And so I don't have any like memories associated with anime aside from like being in my bed listening or being in my bed watching to them. Whereas like some people like, yeah, that time when Rock Lee dropped the weights, I just got home from school. It's like, no, I'm not that old, unfortunately.
No, that's the truth. No, I'm one of those people like I like literally like school would end at like 4 and Dragon Ball Z would come on at 5. Man, if my bus was late, I'd be so mad. Cause I was like one of the last people that would drop off, and it would take like an hour on the bus. I'd be like tapping my foot, like running home, trying to make it happen. Man, it was the days.
That's great. Did I ever watch anything that came on? It was like that for me with Avatar. In 2nd grade, that's when I finally got cable, and Avatar season 4 was coming out, and I was just waiting for, because they had Avatar extras with the marathon, so I was able to catch up on all the episodes that I missed.
Yeah.
And when he finally fought Ozai, many
Oh
tears.
man, that was legendary. That was the times, man.
Yeah.
Avatar was coming out. Ooh. I was like glued. I had such a tiny TV, man. I had literally my our TV was like two of these next to each other.
Mm-hmm.
And like I was just like, man, that's crazy. I could see the pixels. I could see the pixels in the screen, man.
I have not played Way of the Samurai.
Yeah, what is Way of the Samurai? That sounds familiar.
When did Way of the Samurai come out?
Way of the Samurai.
Between Magic and Dreams has a freaking Dreamcast, you have experienced games that I have never even thought of before.
Oh, he's the man.
That's dope. I like when dope people have been here and I've just never spoken to them. And I get to talk to them and they're like, yes, you're great. Thank you for freaking existing.
Yeah, exactly. Dude, Way of the Samurai sounds awesome. Oh my god. This looks
Is it
sick.
like a PS2 game?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it's PS2.
Oh,
PS2.
it's one of those.
Yeah, it's one of them.
One hit kills can happen at any point through the entire game. That randomness is good. We need more randomness in video games.
Right, just like sort of like glitch or something like that. Or some kind of like what happened one time type thing.
Yep. Like after I make enough money to disappear for a little bit, I'm going to buy a Nintendo DS and a whole bunch of JRPGs, and I'm not coming back until I beat all of them.
Oh, dang. Dang, what game would I go back and beat? I don't know. Dang, I'd play like all the Kingdom Hearts again, dude. I had the time, dude. I'd play every single one until I beat them.
I regret never playing Kingdom Hearts. The lore is so deep.
Yeah, it's a deep lore. You get lost.
Yeah, because it's an extension of Final Fantasy, so that makes sense. That because it's Final Fantasy has this thing where the attachments to characters are so deep, and it can only exist in the JRPG because, unlike even a mobile game, you're investing in this you're investing in a group of characters, and you'll have adventures with those characters, and you'll create your own stories in addition to the story that they've scripted for you.
I know that's why it's so sick, yo. And you like each time you play, you're like waking up, man. Imagine that on Oculus, dude. I'd lose my mind.
Oh, snap.
God, I would lose my mind. If I was able to like Kingdom Hearts on Oculus, you'd find me like 30 years later in the same spot.
Yeah. Have you ever been to a virtual reality arcade before?
I haven't been to an arcade, but I've been on virtual reality.
What was it like for you?
I mean, like, I was there for like 10 hours, bro. And I didn't realize I was. That's how it went. Then I was like, oh my God. How long has it actually been? It was like weird. It was like, it literally became my new reality. Like, and I think it can do that. Like, you could like literally like, and I was talking to some people on it and they were like, yo, you can get married. Like, people get married up there. You can go to like your friend's marriage. It's intense.
It made Sword Art Online make sense. Because in a weird way, I would, if it wasn't for the people that existed in the real world, I would often rather be in the virtual world.
This is true.
And so if I was like born in the virtual world.
Oh shit, dude. You wouldn't want to be in reality. This is true. Or whatever that
alien.
Yeah, it would.
Yeah.
That's so true. Dude, that sounds like a fucked up experiment.
It is. And
could you do that to like a child though? I don't know. That's really bad. I don't know.
That's Ready Player One. Like that's the entire premise of Ready Player One.
Right.
even though I've never seen or read it. But from what I've heard and stuff,
A lot of
'cause
people don't like Ready Player One, yo.
well,
The
they don't
movie,
like
at least.
the movie.
Yeah, the movie.
That's generally what happens. Like, I honestly don't think, well, until very recently, I didn't think these imaginary teenage girls that like trash romance stories were real. Then I went to a farm and met one, and it's like, oh, you really have an altar to Harry Styles. This isn't a joke. Okay.
No, I love when that happens, though.
Yeah. Like, huh. Things of life that I didn't know. But in Sword Art Online, it's cool because, like, people that would be gamers just play virtual reality games. But,
Yeah.
like, they have the video game, like, they play them like video games instead of, like, their reality. And some people, like, video games are their reality. But, like, in Ready Player One or, like, in, what was the other thing? In, like, the first Sword Art Online, where, like, everybody got locked into the game, that was
that's right.
them.
Yeah. They got, like, transported in there or something, like, right?
Yeah. Their consciousness were locked into the game.
That is sick.
Yeah.
That's cool. I think that was actually, like, my favorite part was that plot twist. That was sick.
Same. Like, that was the first anime that I watched that made me appreciate anime for its ability to tell stories.
Yeah. Totally.
Even though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but Hunter x Hunter to me, like, is like one of the craziest. That guy writes insane, dude. His writing is dope. I love his writing. It's just like, he's just so playful. You know, he's just like playful. And he's like, he's like, all right, I'm just gonna run with it. You know what I mean? And then he like drops it off. Like Kurapika's narrative, he just dropped it off. He was like, all right. We don't got time for this. We don't got time for this.
He's the dude that taught me that you can tell a wholesome, sweet story that also has death and murder and violence in it. And that both of those can coexist in the world.
Mm-hmm. Like, literally, it's actually a really sad story when you think about it. Gon's dad is the worst dad. Like, what the heck? So mean, so horrible. And all Gon wants to see is his dad. That's all he wants. He wants to see his dad. Oh, man, it's so sad, actually, bro.
If he wasn't so strong, I would smack the taste out of Gene Freak's mouth.
Right?
How dare he?
Man, I'd like put the baby powder on it. Like, let's go.
He's horrible. Like, I don't understand. And the worst part is my friend had the unfortunate realization of getting to the end of Hunter x Hunter, and she was like, "So, I haven't seen Gon's dad yet, Lee. So, where's the rest of Hunter x Hunter?" And I told her,
Don't ever trust that. Don't ever trust that guy. Actually, his writing, he'll cut you off.
At least Miura is working on freaking adding hatching to his impossibly drawn pages. But Hunter x Hunter dude done gotten sick like 19 times. He's been working on the story for 30 years.
Right.
He's still. I feel like at this point he should just hire a ghostwriter.
Oh yeah.
Goku is a horrible dad. How is Goku? This man Goku risked his life on numerous occasions for the safety of the world. Goku's not a horrible father.
Yeah, Goku's not I mean, he is like he's like an idiot. You know what I mean? He's kind of like not uneducated. He doesn't know too much. But at least, you know, he like cares about his children. You know what I mean? Like, he loves Goten. I mean, does he? I never really saw the love between Goku and Goten. But maybe like Gohan, he definitely loved. He definitely loved Gohan. And he was there. But going freaks, man. What? We didn't even know that dude even existed. You know, in the beginning, we were like, that dude is dead. He's not alive, man.
Yeah, it's freaking crazy. Yeah, and I don't know. I wish, like, Hunter x Hunter is the one anime where, or the one piece of media where like it probably shouldn't end. Like we should always just know that something is going to happen. But I don't feel like it can. Like One Piece will inevitably end, even if the
Yes.
Earth explodes before One Piece ends. And like that, the resolution will be great. It'll be like the fairy tale ending. But like if Hunter x Hunter ends, we're just stuck because we've waited too long. There's nothing that could be done to make it good.
This is true.
Also,
This
he
is
raises
true.
life in the world, but can't stay alive long enough to raise his kids. Goku
Yeah.
doesn't need to raise his kids. He's not a human. Why the heck would you want to say
He's
raise
not a
him?
human. Yeah, Saiyans don't raise their kids, man. When you think about it, Vegeta was not raised. He was like
See?
bred.
Exactly.
They breed their kids like horses, bro.
Yeah. What you need him for? No, he got the good genetics. That's all he needs.
That's all he needed, right? He needed to get
Yeah,
that
because if
tail.
because if Goku was around, would Gohan have a good job? No. If Goku was around, Gohan would be running around serving hands like his dad.
Right. And if Goku was actually a good dad, do you think Gohan would have gone Super Saiyan 2? Like, no. Not even Super Saiyan 1. He would have been, Piccolo wouldn't be there. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even know, man. We could go on and on.
If Goku wasn't a good dad, Piccolo never would have gotten the character development of raising another man's son. And
Right,
thus
exactly.
becoming a greater man.
This is truth. Man, I honestly got to give my love to Piccolo. I might do a drawing of Piccolo for real, man. I have never drawn Piccolo. Have I drawn Piccolo? Piccolo.
Maybe.
Piccolo. I'm going to give it a go. That rhymed. Piccolo, I'm going to give it a go.
Bars.
Bars. Watch out.
Hunter x Hunter and Yu Yu Hakusho are the same. Although this is accurate, Dude took all the lessons he learned from writing Yu Yu Hakusho and applied them to Hunter x Hunter, and I'm grateful for it.
I have to rewatch Yu Yu Hakusho.
As do I. I never saw it, but there's this dude that hired me to draw his manga, and he's like super inspired by Yu Yu Hakusho. And the problem is he wanted the manga art of Yu Yu Hakusho, but he wanted it to look like a shonen, and then he wanted like the lighting that Noir Caesar puts into their manga, and so it looked weird because I used screen tones to shade it, and it ruined everything. And so I'm just gonna redraw the entire thing.
Oh no!
It's not that much. It's just tracing, and it'll look cooler anyway. Because I want to be able to print it. Like I want him to be able to have like a printed volume. Because I haven't gotten any of the physical manga from Saturday yet. But the physical manga in Noir, because of the way that they're like formatted, because they weren't formatted for like tankobons, when you get them, the printing is off on a lot of the pages.
I see.
Yeah, and I don't.
Dude, that's my goal too, man. I'm trying to finish Oblivion with Volume 1, like maybe July or even like maybe before, man. I only got 3 chapters to do. I could push it out now. Honestly, that's really what I'm trying. But I got school and stuff to do, so maybe after.
It'll be dope to freaking see. I can't wait to be holding one of your freaking manga in my hand and take
Yo,
a trip to New Haven to get it signed.
Yo, I'm sending it with that bogalong. Wait, what do you call it? Do you call it bogalong? What do you call it?
I mean, it is bogalong.
Okay, you call it bogalong?
Yeah, because when I say bogalong, people are like, what? It's kind of like when you say, like, I have to say peanut butter soup. Because if I don't say peanut butter soup, then nobody's going to know what the heck I'm talking about.
Peanut butter soup?
Yeah.
What is peanut butter soup?
It's like soup, but you put, it's a dish that they make in like Ghana and Nigeria where like they make a soup and then they add like spices and they put peanut butter in it. And it tastes amazing.
Yo, they call that mafe in Senegal.
Mafe?
Mafe.
That's dope.
But it's good. It's good. I love mafe. It's heavy. That's a heavy meal. That's a heavy meal. You're going to be sitting around for a while after that. I don't even think Goku could eat that without passing out.
You probably couldn't. Are you familiar with skimming?
Skimming?
Yeah.
No, I don't know what that is.
Skimming is a type of, it's like ramen, but instead of the broth being in the noodles, you have your noodles, which are like just cooked, and then you have a bowl of this thick broth. And so you take the noodles and you dip the noodles in the broth and eat them.
Whoa.
So peanut butter skim, like my face skimming would probably slap.
Damn, that sounds good.
Yeah, I'm going to experiment with that.
I love broth. Ooh, that's like one of my favorite parts. Once you eat noodles and you got that, you just goosebumps.
Good moves.
If you want to get goosebumps, that's what you need to do. You need to
There's
drink
so
some
much great
broth.
food to make.
Oh yeah, totally. No, dude, my girlfriend has really made me like food more, honestly, or making food and like experimenting, because you can make some really good stuff.
What's the last dope thing that you made?
Last dope thing we made. Oh, this was funny. Last night we tried to make banana. It's not really that dope, but we made banana pancakes, bro. And I put 5 bananas in there, right? So if you I was making a lot. Put 5 bananas in there because they were all like going bad a little bit. So I was like, I should just make all of it now. But dude, so per banana you need 2 eggs. So I had so many eggs in there, dude. Like so many. It's insane. And I ate the pancakes. It was so much. And the one thing you don't think about the alchemy of cooking is that, dude, that's like how many eggs? That's like 10 eggs, right? And 5 bananas. You just ate 10 eggs and 5 bananas. That's
Dang.
crazy, right?
Were
Like,
you like,
imagine eating 10 eggs. Like, imagine eating 10 eggs, just 10 eggs. Like, let's go. Eat 10 eggs. Go. Do you want to eat that? I don't know. I don't think I could do it.
that sounds mad filling.
It was delicious, though.
That's dope. And that's the beauty of like cooking with diverse ingredients, because
No.
vegans and vegetarians pigeonhole themselves and stuff, and they usually end up like only eating like tofu and rice and like spinach, which is stupid. There's so many things, like avocados are like one of the greatest blessings to the earth that we have been given, and all the things you can use an avocado to do, it's perfect.
Avocado is like butter. It's like natural butter. Well, butter is natural, but you know, we squeeze it out of other animals, but avocado just grows from a tree, and it's like it's strong, man. It's strong.
Yes.
Imagine doing that, just like putting avocado on everything. Your toast. Avocado on toast is good.
I do put avocado on everything. Like when I eat ramen, instead of an egg, I scooped out half of an avocado and put it in there.
No, you didn't.
I do. I met up with this cosplayer one time, and they're like, "You want to get ramen?" I was like, "Yeah." And so we're sitting down, and they got their bowl of ramen, and I got mine. And I tap, like, I go to the lady, and I'm like, "Can I ask for like a weird request?" She's like, "Yeah, what's up?" I'm like, "Can I get an avocado?"
Can I get an avocado? You were like, they gotta have avocados here, or else I'm leaving.
Yes, it soaks up the flavors so well.
It does. It does. It's like a marinade. I got some avocado here, actually. I think they're pretty ripe. Yeah, they're good. Breakfast tomorrow, avocado.
You are a
Chuaso style.
Culture.
It's about to be good, man. It's about to be lit.
Yeah.
Damn.
Life is good. It's good to know that you're like doing things, like maintaining joy and creativity. That's important.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it is. Good energies. As long as you got the energy, and it comes and it goes, and you just keep expanding, and it just feels good. That's how
I would agree.
Be in a universe, man. The universe is always expanding, right? Isn't that what they say? What they say.
Oh, it is.
It's getting bigger and bigger.
Yeah, because there are always going to be more people. Ideas come from people, and those ideas connect people. And so since there's always going to be people, there's always going to be ideas, and there's always going to be stuff to pull from.
Exactly. We're pretty small, dude. We're like tiny compared to that, but we are still like in a larger, like magnificent, mega ecosystem. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and we are an ecosystem as well. You get into like like your gut biome, like you legit have organisms living on and in you that
Yeah.
like depend on you for their sustenance.
That's right. That's right. There was that Mars thing that just happened recently. The rover. What was that, dude? It's kind of creepy, dude. I don't know if I'm okay with like if there happens to be life on other planets, dude. I don't know if I'm. I think I would just give up after that moment. I'd just be like, I don't want to do this anymore. I'm done, guys. Calling it. But dude, they like are checking to see if there's gonna be like life, dude. This thing is gonna like see if there was life on Mars.
As long as it's not intelligent, I'm cool. If it's intelligent life, I am A. I'm not saying genocide is the answer, but
let's kill it before it breathes. Let's kill it before it says anything.
I believe in priority.
Yo. No, but imagine what they think about us, though. They're like, yo, those things look annoying.
It's like, heck, you come over our side for.
Yeah. Shit. Oh, my God. No, I'd be like, 2021. Really, though? Like, really? Aliens now? We have aliens now? What?
It will legitimately be like Young Justice, where the people with no noses came down. They're like, yeah, we would like to make peace with you humans. Y'all's technology sucks, so we're going to help you out a little bit. Oh, right. Snap, we're invading you? Who could have possibly thought?
Yeah. Yo. No, but if I think my favorite, like, if there was like, what was that movie? Dang, I'm really bad at remembering on spot. What was it? It's the one when the aliens come in and they like got like, you know, they speak through like a language with a circle. What is that thing?
Oh,
Alive?
Was it Interstellar? Wait, what'd you say?
No, it's not Alive. It's like,
if it's not Alive, it's not Interstellar. I don't know.
It's that one, dude. They like come in from the sky and they're like, help us out. And they like speak a language that like, oh crap. Oh, I forgot. I'm having a brain fart.
That's okay. I only be watching martial arts movies and like superhero movies, so I don't be knowing. Because I still ain't seen Interstellar. I only saw, what's it called? The one that's like The Matrix, but it's not The Matrix about dreams and stuff.
One that's like The Matrix.
It's like, yeah, it's about like dreams and stuff, and Leonardo DiCaprio was in.
Oh, Inception.
No, there we are. Yeah, I only saw Inception.
Arrival. That's what it's called. Arrival.
There we go.
Have you ever heard of Arrival?
I have never heard of an Arrival before.
Dude, that is like I think like it's a different concept of what an alien movie could be. It's pretty cool. You should watch it. Put it on your list.
Bet. I'm gonna check it out. Cause now that I have nothing but animation projects, I can actually start watching stuff. Drawing manga was not a move. It takes too much time.
Yeah, it does, yo. But I like it because it's very demanding, you know.
Yeah, and every page is a new possibility to create something.
Exactly, and that's what I like. I'm like one of those people that like you know how Michelangelo, like, you know, he sculpts those things, you know, and he's like, it takes him like 10 years or something like that. I'm like, I'll sculpt it, finish it, and then keep doing something to it until it's like sand. Cause I can't stop. I'm just like, I just gotta keep like going. Like manga, you can just keep going.
Yeah, that's what had me stuck with painting. Is like the drying process was agonizing with oil paint.
Yes.
And so for speed, I'd either use, because with watercolors, if you draw in really thin layers, then you don't have to worry about it drying. And so like all of my watercolor pieces are like a whole bunch of thin washes on top of each other. Or I'd be working on multiple pieces at one time.
I have to, watercolor, I couldn't get into watercolor for some reason. I think it was I like things with a certain kind of weight. Mm-hmm. And watercolor to me is very like light.
Right.
And fluid. So I just couldn't get into it.
It's like that for a lot of people. Like, because I tried to get into gouache, and for me, gouache was like the opposite. Where because gouache had weight, but I knew I could water it down, it messed me up.
This is true. But I love working with oil though, dude. I love it because it's like juicy. It's like tasty. The colors are just like It's like it's one of those like smell markers. You know what I mean? Like smell like lemons or something like that. Like yellow smells like lemons. That's what like painting with oil paint feels like that. You know, every color just, and you can like make crazy colors, dude. Like you just like your palette, you just like accidentally hit like the red and you got like mad yellow, and you make this intense ass orange, and you're like, oh my god, how did I do that? And you
Yes, it's
spend
like
hours trying to find it. It's amazing.
it's a recipe. Because especially
Yeah.
when oil painting, I think, is the only medium where your understanding of colors is like rooted in discovery. You have to
Mm-hmm.
make recipes for your colors so that you can make them again. And even if
Mm-hmm.
you do, very rarely will you ever get the same color twice.
This is true. What I used to do, I used to just like my palette. I have like, oh my god, I have all my palettes that I've ever made at my mom's house, like in the basement. It's just like all the palettes, and it's just like thick layers of paint on paint on paint. So what I would do is just leave those, and then like if I just see a color that I liked, I would just like be like, okay, so what was next to that, next to it, next to it, and then that's how I would like remember. They're like kind of like recorded memories for real, recorded like gestures and stuff. It's fun. I love palettes.
It's great, especially when you got a palette. Like my favorite thing, I'll do an oil painting for days just so I can do the final layer with the palette knife where I can put all the texture on top of everything.
Yeah, yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, I miss painting for a while, so should I do painting? It's been a minute.
You should go for it if you can.
Yeah, it's been a minute. I'll try it.
I be seeing these painters on Procreate going. The thing that I hate about freaking professional artists on like auteur, like freaking artisanal artists is that they'll do some craziness digitally and they don't take digital art seriously. So they'll do the crazy and be like, yeah, this was my morning workout. It only took 45 minutes.
It's true, honestly.
On to
though.
the real work now.
No, it's true because digital painting makes it so much easier for in a lot of ways. Like I did a little bit of digital painting, and I kind of was like, I kind of got bored of it, kind of a little bit. But like when you oil paint or like even paint with acrylic, it's just like,
Acrylics are fun. I do like acrylics. They're a little unwieldy and they dry so fast. So like if you have an idea of what you want, or if you want to just go straight off reflexes, acrylics is like kind of perfect for that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, acrylic is dope. Yeah, I should get on some painting soon.
You should do it, bro. I'm about to eat the mess out of this food. Thank you for blessing us with your energy, bro. You're freaking amazing.
Yo, dude, you're amazing, man. I love this. This reminds me of like late nights sleepovers.
That's what it is. It's the digital artist sleepover, but we get to talk.
We should come pajamas next time.
That might actually be a move, because like before freaking pandemic started, I wanted to do this thing where I'd go to different people's cities and like interview them and do like basically make like vlog videos with them. And that was going to be like the YouTube channel, but that's been screwed up. So instead, I think it'll just be like clips from the live and different conversations based on like the stuff that we talk about here. Because there will be people that are like, and legit, you're going to experience this. People will watch this, forget that they saw it, and then talk to you, and you'll be like, how the heck do you know this? And they watch you talk for a freaking hour.
Right. That's the best. I like it.
Yeah, it's a dope medium, bro. And there's a lot of people who are like either building themselves to get into positions like this, or like haven't figured out how to market themselves as we have. Seeing us do the things that we're doing inspires them to keep pushing. And they're the people that will come after us or come beside us soon.
Truth, man. Literally, I think like that's what's so great about it is that it's like everyone's growing together and like, and we have access to that growth. You know what I mean? And that's what's good. That's how forests work, man. You know. And if we just keep growing, we're gonna help other people grow. This is what it is.
Yeah, it's freaking beautiful, bro. Like,
Yeah.
I enjoy this section of life so much right now because it's not gonna last forever. So I want to enjoy it as it is right now.
Truth, man. I'm gonna look up that Sonic song. We should end it on that.
And I'm going to look up Arrival. Peace.
Yeah.